Today we're going to be making the no-sew t-shirt mask for Barbie or princess or your fashion doll. I want to remind you first to make your own mask and those for your families first before making dolls. Spending time making masks for dolls maybe seems a little frivolous right now. I said this in the American Girl doll video, and I guess it is, but a couple weekends ago I heard my kids playing dolls together, and the dolls were having a big party in the dream house to say goodbye to each other before having to say stay home forever. Those were their words. The dolls were reminding each other to wash their hands and start wearing masks when they go outside, and it dawned on me again how much all of our kids are dealing with and just how hard they're working to make sense of everything. Pretend play is such an important part of that. So, if Barbie and Kristoff and Princess Pocahontas need a few easy to make masks and it could help my kids work through their feelings on all this, let's do it. I am going to be using the pieces that are left over from that awesome concert t-shirt I used to make my own mask. I have a doll so we can measure. I have scissors. I have a pen. I have a ruler. This is really going to go a lot easier if you have a ruler. I know the last one we just used a piece of paper. You can just cut strips, and honestly you can just use strips that you have. But if you want it to look more like what you're wearing, then we can do it this way. You can just use this, whatever you have, right? Don't go out and buy something new. One thing on how I decided how big to make this, you can measure around, let's see here, and I've been told that Pocahontas needs one because she is our EMT, our local EMT. She drives the ambulance, so she needs a mask for sure. She is 5 inches around. It might be a little more if you take from the top of her head, maybe 5 1/4. And then I'm gonna add somewhere between 2 and 4 inches to that so that there's something to tie. I'll probably add 3 inches. So we're going to set her aside for a minute. You could use the sleeves. I'll probably use this bigger piece for something else later. No shirt left behind. We are going to mark and cut a 1 inch by 8 inch rectangle. So I'm going to mark it right here on this. Our masks for Barbie and friends are only going to be 1 layer because I've made this joke before. I'm sure the research would show, if there were research on it, that dolls are not at risk of contracting the virus. So just the 1 layer for us. However, if your little realist really wants a mask just like the adult or just like hers, because you will have made her mask or his mask already, then by all means make it 2 layers, put a little filter in there, go all out. But for today, just the 1 layer. Okay, fold it in half. Approximate, doesn't have to be exact. And we're going to measure from the seam, from the fold. We're going to measure 3/4 of an inch. It's right there. And I'm going to go ahead and make the line right to the edge while we have it here. Okay? This is going to be the mask part, and these are going to be the ties. We're going to open it up. Making Barbie's clothes and stuff is always a little more challenging, honestly, than making big people clothes, because the size is so small and it's a little harder to work with. Okay, I'm going to put this right on there, and then we're going to count 1 1/2 from here. So 1 1/2, and I'm going to make a mark right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw the line right down the middle, just like that. Okay? And now we're going to cut just cut to the mark. Don't get crazy and cut it all the way across, right? Just thinking about what kind of snacks you're gonna get. We just had the conversation what we're gonna have for dinner. So don't be thinking about that. There you go. Okay. And that's it. I'm gonna kind of pull these a little bit so that they end up looking a little bit more like, this one has a lot of print on it, so it's a little harder, but like that. Okay. So now we're going to tie it around the back of her head. We're going to start with the top 2 ties and tie them behind her head, just like that, just in a single knot for now. There, over her nose and behind her head. And then we're going to take those bottom 2 ties and tie them around her head, up toward the top of her head. Again, just in a single knot. I have a feeling that these are going to be, as they're played with, they're going to be taken on and off, just like our masks are. So there she is. She's all ready for her next shift on the ambulance. So I hope this has helped you. I hope this helps your kids work through some of what they're going through. As always, stay home when you can, wear your mask when you can't, stay safe. Okay.